Hi guys, welcome to the video on MSc Finance. In this video, we'll talk about the complete overview about what kind of paper is going to come, what are the important topics and how to study. If you are with me for the next few minutes, I promise to increase the score by 10 marks by just fine-tuning the important topics and how to study. Alright, so what you need to have with you is taking notes if you're seating students, mocks for practice and lots of motivation, because this is a very lean time. All your friends are taking admission and you're still preparing for the exam, so it is demotivating at some time. But don't worry, you're applying for JBIMS MSc Finance, which is worth every bit. Fine. I've seen the placements of MSc Finance doing wonders this year, which is almost at par with MBA Finance. Yep. Plus the brand name of JBIMS obviously is there. Fine. So don't worry about the placement and all. It's a very good program which you can try for, especially if you're targeting a career in investment banking or hardcore finance. This is the program for you, and in fact it's better than MBA Finance of most of the colleges as well. Yep. So don't worry about this. You should apply. Okay. Alright, let me give you the recap of the process. So there's going to be a written test plus GD plus PI. That's exactly what happened last year as well. Fine. So your written test scores are added to the GDPI score to get your final score on which you get the admission. So if you don't fare that good in the GD in your written test, you can easily do well in your GDPI and convert. Yeah. So JB is giving you equal opportunity. That then there is no cutoff that you will not go to the round 2. Everyone will sit for round 1, everyone will sit for round 2. Yeah, that's the beauty of this program. Fine. So what was in the interview we'll talk about afterward. Let's focus on how to prepare right now. Alright, let me start overview. So total there will be 100 questions in the paper. So they are divided into 4 sections. It's Quant, Verbal, LR and GK. Yep. Time allocated for you is 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. So let's divide them into equal parts. Yep. So Quant 40 minutes, Verbal 30 is more than sufficient, Logic again 40 minutes and GK 10 minutes with 25 question in each section. Yep. So it's going to be 100-mark paper, assuming they are following the same pattern which happened last year. Unless they change the pattern last minute, you can expect a change, but otherwise they won't change. So that's your timing and that's your number of questions. Fine. There's no sectional timing, but I want you to time it out so that we can plan accordingly. We can have equal weightage for given to every area. GK 10 minutes is more than sufficient. Alright. Now how I want you to perform, you have to attempt in out of 25 questions, at least 15 to 20 questions in quant section. Yeah, minimum 15, maximum can go up to 20 depending on what your speed is and your likeness towards quant section. Verbal out of 25 questions, again same, you can touch minimum 15-20. Logic you have to touch 20 and GK should be 10 plus. That's a typical, there is no cutoff, but that's a typical attempt which you should target. Fine, so please draw this table and paste it in front of you if you are going to prepare for MSc Finance seriously, because this table will help you to strategize in the exam on the DD. Yep, we have launched the mock series. In fact, we are the first one to launch the mock series, and all the 10 mocks will be on the same pattern of what happened in the MSc Finance. Yep, so you can join our program for this thing. Alright. Okay, now I'll go deep down into section by section. Alright, Quant, the major area which was covered was arithmetic. Fine, so percentages, profit and loss, mixtures, allegation, please take a note of that, averages, ratios, partnerships, simple interest, compound interest, time and work, time, speed, distance. This is your major scope for quant section. I'm okay if you don't do anything else. Yep, so let me recap. Profit and loss, percentages, mixtures, allegations, averages, ratios, percentage, partnership, simple interest, compound interest, time at work, time, speed, distance. That's your complete scope. If you still have more time, you can do geometry as well. Yeah, if you get time, do geometry, otherwise you can skip. Don't expect too many questions from equations and numbers. They are almost outdated, never asked. Major focus is going to be on arithmetic. Yeah. So let's do a deal. If you have the Cetking orange books, or if you can get Cetking orange books, do arithmetic thoroughly. Maybe 30 questions, 50 questions per chapter. And geometry, equations, every other chapter, just do the solved examples. Fine. Level of difficulty is not going to be very tough. You can handle that. You can easily handle that. Alright. So that's your quant section. There's no sectional timing, but I want you to time it out. Fine, so we're going to spend 40 minutes on this section. Look at 25 questions. Pick up all the easy questions first. There, trust me, will be a lot of questions which are very easy and solvable. So we'll do them first and keep the tough question towards the end of the 40 minutes. Your target have to touch 15 to 20 questions. Yeah, there's negative marking as well. That's not recommending 25, but 15 to 20 is a very good attempt in that section. Alright, and spend some time on DI as well, because you can expect 1 or 2 DI sets in the exam. So if you want to join us, you can join us for the shortcut workshop. That includes workshop for quant, verbal, logic and DI. So all the complete area is covered here. Alright, moving to the verbal section. Verbal section have 3 parts. R, G, V. So R is the reading part, which includes the reading comprehension, parajumble. Expect 2 RC passages with around 5 questions. Parajumbles around 5 questions. Grammar, yes, 5 questions minimum. Sentence correction. Vocab, 5 questions. Antonym, synonym, all these things. So that's a typical paper which is there in the verbal section. Fine. So if you have taken the other exams, you will not feel that much heat cleaning the section. Fine. So reading, do RC, parajumble, seriously. Fine. Grammar, 5 questions you can expect, and verbal, 5 questions. And sorry, vocab, 5 questions. That's going to be a typical breakup. Fine. Alright, so how I want you to plan for that is, for the verbal section, is very simple. So we are going to spend 30 minutes on this section. Out of 25 questions, maybe you can touch minimum 20 questions easily. Chotega to RC, you might not get time to do that, but all the simple questions do first. Simple question, I mean grammar, vocab, which are easy to do. Speed up things. Towards the end, we'll do parajumbles, and last we will do RC. In case you are not that great at reading, we'll keep the RC, or if there's a critical reasoning question, towards the end. Yeah. Alright, moving to the logic section. Expect the mix of both the sides. Your puzzles, logical puzzles. So there will be a few sets of logical puzzles, 1 or 2, and do expect traditional logic as well, like coding, decoding, symbols, notations, input, output. Fine. So main area to focus on is symbols, coding, decoding, input, output, as one of the main areas to work on. Series and puzzles, arrangement, basically linear arrangement, circular arrangement. Expect everything. Fine. Grouping, and if you have got time, critical reasoning as well. Yep, I think that's more than sufficient. Level of difficulty will be medium, not very high, but doable level. Alright, it won't be as high as the CET paper which have come this year. Okay, so logic, we are again putting in around 40 minutes ka time. That's a very good time to spend on this section, and in 40 minutes we have to touch 25 questions and solve minimum 20 questions, or maybe you can touch 25 as well, because we have time. Yeah, depending upon your level of difficulty of the paper as well. Alright, there's no sectional cutoff for the exams. There's no cutoff at all. So all of you will sit for the written test plus your GD plus your PI. So all the scores are added, and then they decide what is going to happen. So don't worry about the cutoff. Don't worry about any of those things. Okay. Alright, now comes the major part, which is the GK section. GK contains 2 parts. One is the current affairs and one is the static GK. Okay, now how to crack both the areas Current affairs, what we are doing for our students, for Cetting students, every month we'll give you the status update of what's happening with questions. So last 1 year you have to complete last 1 year all the questions, all the current affair news and all, who died, who was born. So we have given all these things in your dashboard, so that's something you can do. Now second, static GK, Nobel Prize winners, all these things. So what we have done, we have combined these things together into a GK 40 program. GK 40 is all the 40 different things you need to know for your exams. For example, if I tell you which river, Godavari is a river in India, everyone knows that, which state Godavari passes by. Now, most of people don't know that. But if I show them on the map of India, Godavari starts only 50 kilometers away from Mumbai and passes by Nashik and goes into Andhra Pradesh and into the Bay of Bengal. Fine. Now if you see visually, you will remember all these things. So we have created videos on all the important topics of static GK and 12 of current affairs. So 28 static and 12 current affairs. So total 40 GK 40 sections are 40 things are more than sufficient for you to complete in the next few days you have left for the exam. Yep, so that's something you can join. Alright, so for the GK section we are going to spend 10 minutes only for these 25 questions which are going to be there, and target to do 10 questions. Alright, so with this we come to the end. If you have any more questions with me, you can talk to me on Facebook. So that's facebook.com/revgun. If you want to buy a program, you can go to our site cetking.com or call us on 959 444 1448. So we're starting with the online programs for MSc Finance and classroom programs as well, in case you want to join us. Alright, thank you very much. All the best.